The ghosts of the palace Shikarishet were so numerous that he could not recall having ever seen this particular spirit before, a thin-faced man with heavy-lidded eyes, whose antiquated costume marked him as a member of the court 100 years past. The spectre flickered and tried to say more, but no sound came. Triss leaned closer. Now of any time the ghost should be the easiest to see, for on haunts, as the feast day was commonly known, spirits walk openly abroad, and even skeptics cannot refuse to see. The palace ghosts had been Triss's friends since childhood, long before he came to understand that his insubstantial companions were not so easily seen by those around him. "Spirits banished," the fading ghost managed. "Beware the soul-catcher." Triss had to strain for the last words as the revenant faded into nothing. Puzzled, he sat back on his heels, his sword clattering against the hard stone floor. The rap at the door nearly made him lose his footing. "What are you doing in there, or aren't you alone?" teased Ban Soterius through the door. The latch lifted, and the sturdy captain of the guards strode in. Nothing in the young man's manner corroborated the strong smell of ale on his breath, save for his musk-brown hair and the slight rumpling of his fine tunic. "I'm alone now," Triss said, with a glance back to where the ghost had been. Soterius looked from Triss to the empty wall. "I keep telling you, Triss," the guardsman said. "You've got to get out more. Me? I don't care if I ever talk to a ghost, unless she's a good-looking lass with a pint of ale." Triss managed a smile. "Have you seen the spirits tonight?" Soterius thought for a moment. "Not as much as usual, now that you mention it, especially for haunts." He brightened. "But you know how they love a good story. They're probably down listening to Caraway tell his tales." He pulled at Triss's sleeve. "Come on. There's no law that says princes can't have fun, too, and while I'm standing up here with you, I could be missing the love of my life down in the great room." Soterius's good humor made Triss chuckle. The captain of the guards was a favorite with the court's noble daughters. Soterius's light brown hair was cut short for a battle helm. He was of medium build, fit and tanned from training with the guards. Everything about his bearing and his manner bespoke his military background, but the mischievous twinkle in his dark eyes softened his features and seemed to make the marriageable maidens flock to him. Triss was just as happy to have those same young girls and their ambitious mothers distracted. He stood a head taller than Soterius, with a lean, rangy build. He had been told often that his angular features and high cheekbones took after the best of both his parents, but the white blonde hair that framed his face and fell to his shoulders was clearly from Queen Ceres' side, as were the green eyes that matched those of his grandmother, the famed sorceress Bava Ka. It was a combination the ladies of the court found quite attractive. "I promise I'll be down right behind you," Triss said, and Soterius raised an eyebrow skeptically. "Honest, I just want to light a candle and put a gift in Grandmother's room before I go. Then you can take me on that tour of alehouses you've been promising." Soterius grinned. "I'll hold you to that, Prince Drake." He laughed. "Get moving. The way the festival's going tonight, they'll run out of ale, and you know that brandy doesn't agree with me." Triss heard his friend's bootsteps fade down the corridor as he made his way to the family rooms. The silent stares from a row of paintings and tapestries seemed to follow him, the long dead kings of Margollan, King Bryson's forebears. Bryson's lineage was one of the longest unbroken monarchies in the Seven Kingdoms. Glancing at their solemn visages and knowing the stories of what they had endured to secure their thrones, Triss was glad the crown would not pass to him. He picked up a torch from the sconce on the wall and opened the door into his grandmother's room. The smell of incense and potions still clung to the sorceress's chamber 5 years after her death. Triss shut the door behind him. It was an indication of the awe with which even her own family regarded her that, even now, no one disturbed the spirit mage's possessions, Triss thought. But the sorceress Bava Ka earned that kind of awe, and though he remembered her most clearly as an indulgent grandmother, the legends of her power were enough to make him hesitate, just an instant, before stepping further into the room.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.